I'm Tyler Magnuson. I'm going to discuss Harley-Davidson. The company began in 1903 when William Harley and Arthur Davidson decided to create a motorcycle engine that would fit into its bicycle. By 1910, the now famous V-twin engine that is common in all Harley-Davidsons was first used. Its headquarters is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, has production facilities in Kansas City, Missouri, York, Pennsylvania, Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and Menominee, Wisconsin. There are over 1,323 dealerships worldwide. Financial analysis are important for making business decisions, but also important to investors and creditors as they decide whether or not a company is worth investing in or extending loans to. Liquidity is the ability of a company to be able to pay off short-term obligations. The current ratio for Harley-Davidson shows that it is 2.1, which is better than the industry of 1.9. This shows that Harley-Davidson is more liquid than the industry and is able to turn assets into cash more quickly. The quick ratio of Harley-Davidson is 1.9, which is even better than the industry's 1.6. This shows that Harley-Davidson does not rely on inventory for its assets. Harley-Davidson has a debt-equity ratio of 2.43, which is higher than the industry of 1.49. This shows that Harley-Davidson is more aggressive. The time interest earned of 7.1, this means Harley-Davidson can meet fewer interest times than the industry. This could be risky compared to the industry. However, for creditors, they are still ensured that Harley-Davidson can meet obligations without much difficulty. The inventory turnover for Harley-Davidson is 8.8, which suggests that it is operating at a more efficient level than the industry of 8.5. However, the receivables turnover indicates how fast the company can collect on sales. Harley-Davidson is only able to collect 3.1 times compared to the industry average of 10. This could be in part because Harley-Davidson motorcycles are far more expensive. Harley-Davidson had a profit margin of 6.4 compared to the industry's 6.3, which shows that it is on par with the industry. The return on assets, however, was 3.1 compared to the industry's 7.8. This shows that Harley-Davidson is not able to generate as much net income from the assets that it has. The P/E ratio of Harley-Davidson is 27.2, which is higher than the industry average of 23.8. SWOT analysis looks at the company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis both analyze what a company does internally and external entities that the company cannot control. The strengths of Harley-Davidson. The company is the only American brand that makes heavyweight motorcycles. It has 70% of the market share of heavyweight motorcycles. It operates the most custom options in production motorcycle companies. Harley-Davidson is also a member of the Fortune 500 companies. Some of the weaknesses that faces Harley-Davidson are they're more expensive than the rest of the competition. There's a decline in international market share. Marketing schemes have not attracted new customers, and the motorcycles do not appeal to everybody. Some opportunities, though, that face Harley-Davidson is the high gas prices encourage more people to find alternative means of transportation. Market shares available internationally, especially India and China, and the market for female and youth riders is untapped. Harley-Davidson faces several threats. The age of their buyers are increasing, foreign companies are becoming cheaper solutions for motorcycles, and increases in competition for the market of motorcycles will continue to grow. The managerial aspects of Harley-Davidson. Keith Wendell is the president and CEO of Harley-Davidson. He has been the CEO since 2008 and makes roughly $6 million a year. The company has a strong top management that will follow the ethical codes set forth by the company several years ago. The directors are independent from the executive boards, and Harley-Davidson uses senior management for operations such as human resources, communication, operations managers for finance, and the motor company. Harley-Davidson has focused most of its marketing on youthful riders that are entering the market for motorcycles, trying to steer them towards Harley-Davidson, as well as female drivers. They're doing so by offering motorcycles that are not as heavy as previous models by the Sportster line, and they're also making dealerships more female-friendly. Because of the economy, consumers do not have the money to buy Harleys, and because of this, profits for Harley-Davidson has gone down since 2008. Harley-Davidson has had to cut over 1,000 jobs. Harley-Davidson dealers often hold social events for their riders on a weekly basis. These social events often raise money for foundations found in the dealership's area. Harley-Davidson stands by its code of ethics that include the quality of their motorcycle and the quality of their management. Harley-Davidson is focused on a global effort. they have focused on entering markets in Europe and Asia. This can be seen by their 383 dealerships in Europe, and it uses wholesale distributors in Europe to distribute bikes. Harley-Davidson has its own legal team that focuses on not allowing its claims go to court. The biggest claims brought against Harley is design patents and claims by those involved in accidents. The company outlook for Harley-Davidson looks promising as Value Line ranks the company highly, as its stock price is projected to increase by 9 to 18% annually. Some recommendations for the company is it needs to focus on younger populations of women. Harley-Davidson needs to expand in Europe and Asia even more than what it already has. This can be by introducing new manufacturers in there or by increasing the number of dealerships. They need to make more products other than the heavyweight motorcycles that they already have. By offering a diversified line, Harley-Davidson could appeal to more riders and go back to its roots of its first racing bikes. They also need to find ways to make the bike more affordable while keeping the quality that is known by the name Harley-Davidson.